guys are returning, welcome back. If you guys are new, welcome. Today I will be talking about how to become a dental assistant, or like, I guess it's more like about the differences between how you can become a dental assistant. So if you guys are interested, continue to watch this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will be posting another video that has to do with a different portion of dental assisting, more towards the pay of a dental assistant. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and come back and also binge watch my videos, the prior videos that I have put in on my channel. So if you guys are ready to hear what I have to say about dental assisting, then keep watching the video. Okay, so I have made some notes on this just because I wanted to kind of know what I was going to be talking about in this video. So bam, the notes. Okay, so how to become a dental assistant. There's a bunch of ways that you can become a dental assistant, and I didn't know this, and this is why I'm making this video, because like whenever you put your mind on something, you just want to know how to do it. And I'm gonna narrow it down for you because it's not as complicated as I thought it would be. So I'm just gonna start off by saying the different ways that you can become a dental assistant, and then we can narrow it down, because I'm gonna end up telling you guys how I became a dental assistant and then my previous experience with it. So one of the ways that you can become a dental assistant is by well, first of all, there's certified dental assistants, and there's certified or licensed. You'll hear it like either way, but it's pretty much the same thing if you're licensed or if you're certified. And then also a registered dental assistant. So a registered dental assistant is like, you're pretty much, you went to longer schooling to become a dental assistant. So you went to like a community college or something of that sort, and you did like a longer, like 2-year degree to become a dental assistant. If you're just a certified or a licensed dental assistant, then you did your licensing through the state of where you're working at. So so obviously whenever you become a registered dental assistant, you're registered because you did a longer schooling, and you're usually you usually have all of your certificates attached to your license, and I'll get more into that later. So a few ways that you can become a licensed dental assistant is going to a tech school. But sometimes tech schools, they're long like classes as well, and the longer you're in school, the more money you're spending. So just keep that in mind. There's also some courses, like fast track courses, that you can do. I would still consider it like a tech school or like a trade, but usually the fast track ones are going to be through an employer. So but I'm gonna kind of like explain why I say it's kind of like through an employer, because you could later on get employed through that dental chain, or like dental, what's the word that I'm looking for? Dental office company. It's usually like a bigger company. It's not like just a doctor who owns his own practice. It's usually like a chain of dental offices. So if you do a fast track program through them, it's usually a guaranteed job, but I'll get into that, like I said, later. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is you can go to like a community college for 2 years. You can go to tech school. If you go to a tech school, they're usually a longer course, so like 8-9 months, sometimes 10, so pretty much a year of schooling. Or you could do it through a future employer, is what you could say. So pretty much I've I recently noticed that they started offering the shorter program more, because whenever I first wanted to become a dental assistant, I was mainly looking at tech schools that were offering it for like 10 months. And then about 2017, 2018, I Googled it. I would say 2018 going into 2019, I Googled it and I started seeing that some dental practices were like doing it through them. So like they were doing their own type of schooling through their practice. So that's what I did. So like in my state, I pretty much Googled it, and there was a dental office that's like a bigger chain that was offering 3 months of school. You still had to pay, but there was like perks attached to doing it through them. So I'll get into those perks later on, but I like the idea of it only being 3 months, because I was working full-time at the time, and I knew I was gonna have to go part-time, being that it was Monday through Friday, but at the same time I was only gonna have to be part-time for 3 months. So keep that in mind. Just look at your options and see what you want to do, and then when I dig more deep into the details, you'll realize what's a better option for you, because I'm going to tell you some of the perks and some of the disadvantages of doing it the way I did it. So some of the perks that I put is that whenever you do it through a fast track program, the instructor walks you through everything you need. So the reason why I put that is because some people like won't be a dental assistant, but they'll get employed as like a front desk person, and if it's like a private practice office, then that doctor sometimes will work with that person if you tell them that you're interested in becoming a dental assistant, and he'll help you get your license and all the things you need to move up or like to become a dental assistant. Or they might fund it for you, like give you the money for it, but then you're kind of like lost at what's the first step. So I liked that you had an instructor to walk you through the steps to become licensed in the state. So that was a perk. And then another perk for me is that you're usually guaranteed a job with that company after you do the schooling with them, because what they do is they do like an interview process, and like they help you create your resume and this and that. So pretty much walking you through the steps of that profession and what to expect. But it is an advantage to them as well, because they're bringing in people that have never, like they didn't know anything about dental assisting. They're training them the way that they do things, within that company. And like it's an opportunity for employees on their side too. But also because you're a new dental assistant, with no experience or nothing, then that's a perk for you, because you can end up with a job in the profession that you went to school for. Another perk is whenever you do your clinicals, you're doing it at the dental office that you're pretty much going to be working at. So it might not be the same exact location, but you get it, you get an idea of the way that company does things, you know what I mean? Like how they treat their patients, and how they do things like at that particular company. So you get comfortable with the company pretty much, instead of you going to a tech school, like a 10-month program, and you have to do your internship separately from the program. You're like, whenever I did it, it was a 3-month program. Like every other day I was in class, and then the other day I was in clinicals. So you do knock out that time that you can go ahead and start assisting after the 3 months are over. Some of the disadvantages of doing it through a fast track program is that you won't have all of your certificates attached to your license whenever you finish the schooling. So pretty much the only reason why you wouldn't receive all of your certificates is because they're usually timely manner certificates. So let me explain what I mean by that. There's 4 certificates that are attached to your license as a dental assistant, and like 4 max. So those are being able to take x-rays, coronal polishing, and assisting with nitrous, and the last one is sealants. So with that being said, with all of those different certificates, they want you to be practicing in a chair for a certain amount of time before you can get those certificates. So with you only being a dental assistant for 3 months at that point, and you know, half of that time you're in the classroom, half of the time you're in clinicals, you pretty much only work enough clinicals to get your x-ray certificate. So whenever I graduated, or they gave me my certificate, when I got my license, I was only practicing enough to be able to get my x-ray. So everyone finished with their x-ray attached to their license, but you have to be assisting in the chair for a year before you can get your coronal, sorry, I always get that word mixed up, coronal polishing. So coronal polishing means coronal, so like teeth, polishing the teeth. So anybody, so pretty much the kids, when the kids come in and get their teeth cleaned, they don't have to go and see the dental hygienist because they don't do all of the extra stuff they do with adults. So that helps, you know, the hygienist and the doctor from having to do those things if you're a dental assistant who is able to polish the kids' teeth, because it's usually a quick process. But you can't get that until a year after you've became a dental assistant. When you're in the chair, when you start your job, it has to be a year after that when you can get that. Now, after you get your coronal polishing attached, that's whenever you can, you know, get with your employer and see when they can enroll you into the other 2, which is assisting with nitrous and sealants. Now, the reason why I put this down as a disadvantage is because if you only have x-ray on your license when you start a job, they're going to pay you less because you're a dental assistant that operates off of lower, you know, things that they can bring to the company pretty much. So you versus someone who did their schooling through a 2-year degree, like a community college, or someone who did it through a 10-month tech school, they usually are in school for that long because they are going to come out with most of their, if not all of their certificates. So that is the big difference. And usually you get paid less if you don't have all your certificates. Now, with that being said, in my experience, the employer that I was working with at the time, they said that whenever I do start getting those things, it was going to be a raise for each and every one of the ones that I added on to my license. So there is a way to make good money with being a dental assistant. You just have to be patient. You have to work your way up to that and see which one of these work well with your lifestyle. Because for me, I couldn't just be part-time for 2 years or 10 months, even that, like, because I had bills and I had to be on top of everything. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and do the fast track one, and then I'll wait my time and, you know, elevate, and whenever it's time for me to get my other certificates, then I'll do exactly that. So with that being said, yeah, that's some of the ways that you can become a dental assistant. It isn't as hard as you think it is. Guys, if you find interest in it, you should do it. I am not a dental assistant at the moment because there's a lot of reasons why, but the reason why I stopped, I opted out of work because of COVID, and you know, things are just, it's really weird right now. I did have, you know, reasons for why I'm not currently like working as a dental assistant right now, but I still am a dental assistant because I still have my license and I've been keeping up with it. So that's one good thing about becoming a dental assistant, is you can always be licensed in the state that you live in. Even if you're not using the license, you can just keep up with the permit and every year, whenever it needs to be renewed, just renew it. And you know, if you ever need a job opportunity, then boom, you're a dental assistant. You can always go get a job in the dental field. And I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of companies that will hire you even if you are just jumping back into it, because it's a field that is always going to need dental assistants. So if you guys are interested in hearing about the money aspect of it, keep up with me. The easiest way to do that is subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I do post a lot of different videos on my channel, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna post that exact one, but if you're interested in knowing kind of like what you'll be able to make as a dental assistant, come back and see me. And you guys enjoy your whatever you're doing right now. Enjoy your night, your morning. I don't know when you're watching this video, but thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.